Okay, so I've set my scene up. I've got my station point down here. I've got my center line of vision going through my center vision on my horizon line over there. I got my ground line over there, and my picture plane over here. I'm going to put a new layer on here. And I've got my three objects in the center. So what first I need to do is get those horizontal lines, and I realize this audio is going to be playing in the background too. So, and this is where your adjustable triangle will come in handy. But in this program, I'm using Sketchbook Pro. I'm going to use this little tool because I can stand parallel to that side, and I can go through my station point. And I'm going to do all these ones in orange, kind of like Ryan was asking, the different colors. But I'm going to do all these in orange, and the next ones in the next color. All right, so now I got to figure out where this is. So hope you're with me so far. So starting at my station point, parallel to the sides of the object, up to my picture plane, and that's all good. Those are my vanishing points, so I transfer those up to my horizon line. And here's VPR for right, and here's VP left. So that's for this first cube. Now I need to transfer my line of sight. So this is where I was talking about. So this is kind of nice on this program because I can put this little dot on my station point, which is me. And now I can just swing it across, and I'm going to go to that corner, down to my picture plane. Go from the back corner to my picture plane, and this corner to my picture plane. And I don't need to do that front corner because it's touching the picture plane. So get rid of that. And now I need to transfer all these measurements up into my perspective view. So I'm going to I usually just go straight up and don't worry about how long they are until later. All right, so I've got them transferred up, and now I know that this corner right there, I also need to transfer up because that's touching the picture plane. And that goes up to my ground line, and that's my first point that I start constructing all this from. So I got my corner point where that box is sitting on the ground. Just to the right, this little, yeah. That came from this corner. I didn't draw the whole line, but it comes from that corner down to here, and then that's what that is. So let's zoom back out a little bit. So now I need to go to my vanishing points. And now I can zoom in. Actually, sorry, I'm going to zoom in a little bit because this will be good. Okay, so there's my vanishing point right. And I got to go through this little point in the ground. And I don't need that whole line. I just need to go to this first outer edge. And then I am going to go swing this over to my vanishing point left and go out to this outer edge. And that's the beginning of my box, but I also want to do the backside that I can't see, so I'm going to kind of just go off, keep on going, and then I got to switch this back to this vanishing point now and bring this over to that corner. So are we all good so far? So that's the floor of the box in perspective based on my scene. And I didn't actually count this out, but let's call this a 1 foot box. Then I am about 2-3 feet away from it based on that scale. Maybe it's 2 foot box and I'm 5 feet away. And I undid this. All right, so now I need the height of the box, and these are cubes, right? So the cube height is touching this, can't draw on the screen. It's touching the corner right there. So I know I have a true measurement, and I know the length of this box is this big. And I'm going to just do a different method because I can, in this program, I'm I'm going to use a circle as my guide for the length of this. So I'm going to put this on here, stretch this out. So that circle now is the diameter of that circle is the length of the box. So I can use that same circle now to find the height. So you can use a compass to do the same technique, to take a measurement and transfer it. And that's basically what I'm doing. So I need to transfer up in here. And so where this front edge goes up, that's the height of the box where that, so this measurement from here is the same as one of these sides. So now that I got the top of the box, I just need to connect those with my same perspective lines, and I need to put that back on my vanishing point. And now I'm going to go up to the top and draw the top of the box. There. And then I'm going to go flip this over to the other side. There. And now I'm going to go back to this corner, draw off that way, and then put this on that corner, this on that vanishing point, the right vanishing point. And there I drew my cube. And notice that this is below the horizon line, so I'm risking getting distorted, but it's not too bad. And let's do this. I'm going to just quickly darken the outside edges up. All right. I was just literally darkening up, just following the same lines. Okay, so there's one cube, right? We're all good? All right, let's do this little purple cube because, or actually, no, let's first go to this blue cube because it's in the same, it's touching the picture plane, so we don't have to worry about stuff. So I'm going to change my color to blue. And we'll do the same thing. We got to go through the same process though. So first what do I got to do is find the parallel sides of this box. Okay, so that's parallel to this side. So now I got to push this down through my station point and go up to my picture plane, and that's going to be my first vanishing point. Now I'll find parallel to this side. Bring that down through my station point, and oh dear, almost off. Just barely. I'm just going to extend that a little bit so you can find that vanishing point. So next step is transfer from my, what is effectively my top view, up to my front view. So I'm going to go up, and this is where I was saying, like, you might just kind of go up and jump over to this point, because that's all I really need. I don't need this whole line going through here. So I'm just going to start and then, but I'll draw that one in because, so this is my VP right for the blue box and VPL. And now let's start transferring those same lines down to my station point. So I'm going to go from that corner to my station point. And that's like kind of right on the edge, but we'll deal with it. This back corner. And this far corner. And once again, the very front corner is touching, but I'm going to make a little mark there so I know I need to transfer that up as well. Again, this is my ground line, so I'm just going to go transfer each one of these up to my ground line. Whoops, that was my vanishing point. I don't need that one. I need this one right there. There's my first. Actually, this one, I need to go up. This corner is the front of the box. This is the back corner of the box. And it is in front of this box if I'm looking at the scene. And this one is going up. All right, once again, this is touching the picture plane, so I know that this, whoops, is that the right one? No, it's not. This is the corner right here that's touching the picture plane, so I'm going to follow that one up to here. And this is the point where I need to start constructing my box using these vanishing points. So once, let's do this ruler. Put that on the VPR and go up to my ground line. Draw that first line. And this is, I might want to trace back and go, wait, which line was which? I want this corner. That one came down. Oh, I didn't even transfer that one up. It goes up there. So I need to connect that with that box. Or that, sorry, that edge. So it goes all the way out to that edge. Because that's that edge, and then transfer it up. And then I'm going to flip it around to my other blue vanishing point, which is just right here. This is going to get distorted because we're getting out of our cone of vision. And then I'm going to do the back side of this box right there. And then flip this around where those two lines meet, right there, off to this vanishing point. Are we all good so far? That was a resounding yes. Good.
Why is there two lines at the back left corner?
I think I transferred up. Yeah, see, I did this. This is a very common mistake. Oh, actually, sorry.
Yeah,
this one,
no.
this, I know, this one comes down and then that goes up, right? This one just goes straight up. But here, I screwed up. Look, there's 3 blue lines because this one comes down to here and then goes up. This one I just drew right off the corner straight up, and that's exactly the mistake that a lot of people do, and I just made it myself. I wasn't even paying attention. So basically this this line is a mistake. And since I did this in layers, which helps a lot, whoops, except for that part, except for that part, I did some of it in layers. All right, so that line was totally wrong. But it's okay because I didn't use it yet. So I got that. Now I'm going to do that same trick to figure out the height of my box. I'm going to use my, my handy compass and adjust this so that is equal to 1 length. So that's the radius is equal to 1 length of my box. And I'm going to put it back on the corner, and that should now transfer up there. That's the height of my box. And so here's my front edge. And I got this corner, and I'm going to go back to my vanishing points. I got to scoot over so I can see the other one. Scale down until I see it. And there it is. And so I want this on that corner. Vanishing point way over there. And I draw across, and then when I hit that line, I'm going to stop. And then I need to go from that same corner to the other vanishing point. And you notice if you kind of do this in order, you can just chase them around. So this goes to that back line, and I stop. And now I've got that corner right here. I go backwards till these two cross right there. And then this last one should connect that intersection of those 2 lines and the vanishing point. And it should go through this second point where those 2 cross, and it does. So that means I did my job correctly. And once again, let's just go over here, and I'm going to darken up some of the outside lines just so we can see that box. Notice this box comes in front of the other box. So when I finally do this, rendering over, I might either erase or lighten up those lines or not ink those particular parts in. So I've got 2 cubes. And if I look down at my scene, I can kind of logically look at this and go, if I'm standing here, oh yeah, I'm seeing this box first, and then that corner's behind that box, so that makes sense. Everything's all good. And now I got this third last little purple box, and this one is not touching the picture plane, and this is where I screwed up last time. So let's see if I can do this. Cross your fingers, everyone. Let's go to purple, and I'll go to a new layer just in case I mess up. I can throw it away. And I already see a problem is this is going to be my vanishing point's going to be way off the scene. So I'm just going to, before I even start transferring all this stuff, I'm going to turn that box, whoops, whoa. I'm going to turn it a little bit just so it is a little bit more realistic. And it's going to take that line with it, sorry. That. Let's go a little bit that way. That's better. Okay, ignore that little blue line in there, but all right, so we got purple-ish. All right, so first step is find those parallel to the box lines. So, and I'm almost done with the homework, and this only took, what, 20 minutes? So you guys should be able to do this just as fast, right? All right, so there's a parallel to that box, and I scoot this line over to the station point. Remember, use your adjustable triangles for this. Follow that up to here, and that's going to be my vanishing point. I'm going to transfer that up to here, and there is VP right for purple box. Now let's go find the left side. And this is over here. Over here, and bring this down, so that's going through my station point, and this one's going to go way over to this side, but it's within my drawing, so I'm okay with that. Where it crosses the picture plane, now transfer that up to here onto my horizon line, and I've got VP L for my purple box. Okay, now here's the tricky part. This isn't touching the picture plane, so that's why I was saying, let's just make this box longer. That's going to make things a little bit easier for us. So first off, let's choose this side, because this is, so in effect what I'm doing is I'm making a long rectangular box, and then I'm going to trim away the parts I don't need. But really all I need is that one line, so I just need to project that out to where it meets here. And that is a point that will transfer up to my ground plane and back to its vanishing point, which is right here. Vanishing point. Right, so this box is going to be somewhere on that line. So let's finish transferring all the measurements and see where this ends up taking us. So let's start at a station point. And we're going to transfer all these edges of this box down. One. In this case, I'm going to do the front two. Do you see what I'm doing? There's the back corner here. And here's the far edge right there. So there's the 4 points. Now watch what happens. Let me zoom in a little bit. This thing has got rotation on. Let's do this. So I'm just zooming into this little area because this is getting a little messy and tight in here, but this edge right here and this edge I'm going to start with. So let's start with this one, because this is the one that is in effect touching the picture plane. So I'm going to go along, and where that one and this new longer side connect, that is this point. So here's this line going off in perspective, and we found that point on the line. So here's that line going off perspective. So this is that whole part that we're just throwing away. We don't need it anymore. But it helped us find where that edge would be. So now let's go to the second side. That goes up. This should go up further. And transfer this up. And this one down and up. Okay, so now I got a bunch of I've got all the 4 edges in there, and I've got a starting point which is not on the picture plane but back. And so now I need to see if I can zoom out enough to find my vanishing points. There they both are. And connect those, and we're almost done. So I actually start from there, going to this vanishing point. And notice this is going to go behind the other box, and there's the vertical line, so I know I don't need to go any further. And then flip it over to this vanishing point. Oh, I already did that line, right? So now I need the height of the box again. Or actually, let's do the back side. So I'm going to start at that back corner, draw upward, and then go to this intersection of those two lines to this vanishing point left. And there's the square on the ground, and now I just need the height, and I can build the top of the box, right? So let's use our little handy compass technique again. So I'm going to come to this box, resize my compass to length of one of the sides. And actually, look at this. It actually is both of the sides because they are the same length, and my compass does not lie. So that's the height. And now I just need to finish this off, so I am going to put my vanishing point over there, grab this one. So I'm going to start at that point, the height point, and go back to my back corner. Oops. And then go back the opposite side to the other vanishing point. And this one goes behind that box, but I'm going to draw it in anyway. But I just drew it in a little lighter. And then this back corner where those two lines intersect is the top of that. And last line is, oh, this is vanishing point right from that corner and over there. And then let's zoom in and darken up those visible edges. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to stop there because it goes behind that other box. And there is 3 cubes in perspective, all be in scale, whatever, 2-point perspective.